Just stop daydreaming, get your head out of the clouds? Well, today we're going to deconstruct a viral idea that totally flips that on its head. It suggests that what most people write off as a lack of focus might actually be a kind of superpower. So let's break down this concept the Post calls the paracosm. So, right off the bat, the Post hits you with this question. It's a big one, right? Do you live inside your head more than you do in the real world? It's designed to make you pause and really think, wait, is my inner world actually more vivid to me than the outside one? If you're someone who immediately says yes to that, well, this idea is talking directly to you. And it connects to this feeling we've all had, that feeling of zoning out. When your mind just drifts. The argument in this post is that this isn't some kind of bug in your mental software. No, it's actually a feature. It's the sign of a mind that's busy doing something pretty extraordinary. Okay, and this right here is the core of the whole thing, the reframe. The source is basically saying we need a completely new way to talk about this experience. It's not a problem we need to fix, but a powerful cognitive ability that deserves its own name. And here is that name, a paracosm. The Post defines this as the ability to build entire, detailed, complex worlds inside your own mind. Now, this isn't just your mind wandering. No, it's presented as something structured, something deliberate, and a pretty rare form of mental creation. This is where that reframe gets really, really clear. For years, the common view has been that this is just a lack of focus. But this post offers a radical alternative. It's a sign of high world-building intelligence. I mean, that's a complete 180, right? It's not a weakness, it's a talent. So that's a pretty bold claim to make. How does the Post even begin to back it up? Well, it says its ideas are grounded in advanced psychological research and neuroscience. Let's take a look at the logic it puts forward. So the thinking starts here, with this idea that there are two ways of seeing the world. The Post argues that while most of us see what is, a small group, the innovators, the visionaries, they're always seeing what could be. They're not just passively observing reality, they're actively redesigning it inside their heads. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. That feeling of drifting off, the source claims it's the exact opposite of resting. It says your brain is actually at its most active, running these incredibly complex simulations, building new realities from the ground up. And it goes even deeper, claiming this isn't just a psychological quirk, it's a neurological feat. It suggests these simulations demand huge amounts of computational power from your frontal cortex, the part of the brain we link with high-level problem solving. So the argument is clear. This isn't zoning out. It's the sign of a gifted mind hard at work. So, is any of this starting to sound a little familiar? The next part of the post gives you a checklist, a set of very specific signs to help you figure out if you're what it calls a world builder. All right, let's run through them. Ask yourself, do you have these complex storylines and characters that have been living in your head for years? Can you actually visualize things like geometry, physics, and entire conversations in a 3D space in your mind? And finally, do you feel this sort of creative pressure, like you have to get these ideas out? If that sounds like you, the Post says you fit the profile. Okay, so this all builds up to the big finale, the powerful conclusion of the post. It takes all of these pieces, the reframe, the so-called science, the checklist, and uses them to completely redefine what it means to be a daydreamer. And here's the call to action, and it's a strong one. Stop calling it daydreaming. The source is insisting that you reframe the entire act. It's not passive, it's active, it's computational. You're not just drifting off. You are running a simulation. So if you're running all these complex simulations about what the world could be, what does that make you? Well, the Post gives you a brand new, powerful title. You are a visionary. And really, this is the ultimate takeaway. That ability to exist in this ordinary, everyday world while simultaneously building these extraordinary new ones inside your head, that's not a weakness. The Post argues it's the very definition of a superpower. It's your greatest strength. And the Post leaves all of us with this one final challenge. It's an invitation, really, to stop seeing that inner world as just some distraction and to start treating it like a real place, a destination worth exploring, to give it a name. So it leaves you with this to think about. What's the name of the world inside your head?